bring a rack.
I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, time of possession should be a factor. The 49ers are top 10 in converting third down opportunities, and they'll be up against the Seahawks defense looking to knock that conversion rate down. With that, let's get out west to Santa Clara, where we say hello to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, from the heart of Silicon Valley, there's a look inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And when I think of Russell Wilson, I think not just of the big plays that he's made, and those are considerable, but when they were made. 4th and 26 in a Big Ten championship game against Michigan State when he was with Wisconsin. A big completion helped lead his team to a victory. A big 4th down throw for a touchdown in an NFC championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. When the chips are down, this guy plays at a big level.
And this offense often hinges on one of the best tight ends in the league, and that's Jimmy Graham.
I think he made up for lost time when he got to the NFL because in college, he was mainly a basketball player, a defender who couldn't score. Now he's flipped it around in the NFL. Every time he touches the ball, he's a threat to score.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Wilson gives to Procise on the delay. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
As a guy carrying the ball, your eyes are going to direct your feet, and you're hoping they carry you to the open spaces. But it's awfully difficult at times because you have so many things you have to look out for. Where's the line blocking? Where's the traffic coming from? Tough to find open spots.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On first down, throw sides. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain, and it's second down. And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
Eric Armstead was a big-time high school basketball player turned into college football All-American. Now they're counting on him in the NFL to fulfill his promise.
Ten yards still left on second down. On second down, here's Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The defense in an enviable position here. The offense needs 13 yards. It's third down. Third and long. It's Wilson. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So on fourth down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Pulled in at the 24. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that play out in a hurry. Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Yeah, brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So here we go, first and 10 now. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On second down, Hyde. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Vance McDonald, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And he shows some mobility there, getting outside the tackles, moving to the right, making a nice play.
He had the whole field in front of him and was able to actually throw it about where he was looking, right? He said he moved to the right, had his vision there, and put a nice pass into the end zone for a touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On first down, Wilson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. In the slot on the right is Graham. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Surveying the field. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
3rd and short, it's Procise. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Again they run, again it's Procise. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. One quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Santa Clara after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Shift together here from the D-line. A second down carry for Procise. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They come out here in the eye. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They'll pitch out to Procise. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the gun on third down, Wilson throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it second and short.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They come out here in the eye. Now Wilson on second down. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
All right, here we go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And McDonald here over the middle. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
First down, a run with Hyde. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6.
I know guys who design defenses, they try to prepare for everything. But you ignore the guy who plays tight end at your own peril.
Yeah, and he's like having another wide receiver out there sometimes, right?
Exactly right, because they're such a matchup nightmare, and they're hybrid guys. Are they receivers? Are they big guys that block? How about the one we just saw there? Catch it and go. Run after catch all the way into the end zone.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. On first down, again, they go pro size. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Wilson turns and gives to Procise. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Holding offense.
And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got time. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. Back to the booth right after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in the touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Well, they held them to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at them. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good game.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Hey, 4 down. All right, here we go. 3-19.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And a neutral zone infraction on the defense.
The defense thought they had the timing count on the quarterback's cadence, but they jumped too soon.
They'll run for it with Hyde. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete here.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. To throw on 3rd and goal. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Odell Beckham, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The 49ers have not been bashful these last 2 weeks when it comes to throwing the football. The Seahawks are finding out firsthand they'll have to deal with this passing attack if they want to win. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 1st and 10, the pass is completed into tight coverage, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. The 49ers up now by 7. Seahawks line up at the 3. Wilson's looking for room to run, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. We're tied back up at 7. 49ers with the ball midway through the second. Completion will be made here to a wide-open man, and nobody can stop him on this long touchdown. That takes the lead up to 7. 3rd down from the 37. Ball's going to be up for grabs here. He ended up picking up 32 yards on the play. Now following the fumble. Middle of the field, the pass will be caught, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. That puts them on top by 14. So that'll do it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We're going back under the lights for the second half of this Sunday night matchup.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got time in the pocket, and he will find his man on the end route, complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a San Francisco 1st down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there, couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You played through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He dumps it to Hyde, and he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back, away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
But, has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
23 yards on the play. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback.
And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Carlos Hyde, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Point after try forthcoming. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er defense now heading back out there. Starts with C.J. Procise. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Right back to Procise. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now Wilson on second down. And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Eli Harold in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise there in the dime. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. Finding time. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Fielded just inside the 30. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
They'll look to throw here. He finds Beckham complete. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
15 yards through the air and a first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down.
Here we go now. 3, 19.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Fresh set of downs here.
22, 22, eyes on 22.
On first down, Wilson. And Brake has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On first and 10, it's Wilson. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it, no one got it. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, the hit sure looks like a simple route, but I think the issue with it is a lot of time when you're making that play, you're actually working your way back inside towards traffic where the big guys are coming from inside out, whether it's defensive ends or linebackers. And a lot of the time, instead of securing the pass, your eyes might stray towards the middle and wonder where the big hit's going to come from.
Now it's Wilson, and he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he sacked for a loss of 12. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. Surveying the field. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with an acrobatic catch. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They run it again with Hyde. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So this is the second consecutive week as you look at the numbers that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well. Always thought he was picking the wrong hole to try and run through. And his blockers, they seem to be getting him to the right place, but he picked the wrong spot. We're seeing some of that again this week. Can they snap it together? Can they get back in sync? Because normally we see them go together very, very well.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now Hyde. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Here's Bradley Pinion now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Shakes off the sand. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Wilson on second down. He's got time. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Wilson from his end zone on third and long. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and it's fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They come out here in the eye. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense. Still second down.
Here we go now. Green 39.
They try again with Hyde. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Carlos Hyde with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Point after here coming up. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. He'll dump it off to Procise. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
False start, offense.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. On 3rd down, Wilson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a two-syllable word. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Second down, Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
That one good for 15 and a first. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Throwing again here, Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And able to find Graham, complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. One last shot for Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say